Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of this weekly alts analysis series where we go through some of the most popular altcoins in the market and show you how to easily identify key levels of higher time frame support and resistances so that you can use them to either dollar cost average in or potentially play some longer term swing trades. So a little bit of movement on BTC off of that 19k weekly support level, but still not convinced we're anywhere near out of the woods yet. The latest FOMC meeting, which was yesterday, as I'm recording this, very, very hawkish, which means bearish for those of you who aren't familiar with traditional market terminology. So yeah, interest rates are going to be going higher than expected. So there's definitely no sign of any sort of pivot or money printer being turned back on, anything like that. So it is a bit of a surprise to see this reaction. However, this could just be a bit of a sucker's move to capture some more liquidity before sort of one final leg down in capitulation. So be very, very wary of bear market rallies, which is exactly what the topic of today is going to be about, regarding two assets that are rallying pretty hard at the current stage. So as I say, we'll take a quick look at BTC. Small move off of the 19k weekly level. As I say, still not that convinced, in around 20.5k. We've been up here before and rejected, as we could see back in end of September, start of October. So not really breaking any new ground. And then if we go to the monthly quickly, obviously we had a monthly close a few days ago, beginning of the week. Not that big of a monthly candle expansion at all. You got to remember we had this move back at the beginning during July, and that just ended up getting doused out. So yeah, I wouldn't get too excited just yet. I would still be in defensive mode, still be very cautious. If you're making profits, happy days, just make sure you secure them. And on that note, we're going to take a look at MATIC first. So MATIC USD, as you can see, making a really, really good move. In fact, a hell of a run since the bottom in June in that capitulation. If we actually go from that candle bottom, where's my magnet tool? I mean, look at 250%. That's huge bear market rally, absolutely monstrous. If you've caught any of this move, obviously you can see we rejected this monthly resistance zone around sort of $1 to $1.08. Would have obviously been a great time to take some profits, and if you've re-entered, then happy days. But I would definitely be looking at taking some profits here. As you can see, we are above this monthly level. However, as we know, we're only 4 days into this month, so this could quite easily become a wick, just like we've seen previously all throughout the year. Monthly candles start off well and then they don't end too well. So we've seen it a lot this year, so definitely look at taking some profits here. If we go down to the weekly time frame, again, pretty decent move. Didn't quite come down to that weekly support zone that we'd have been hoping for if you're using the levels we use on this series. As you can see, just a little shy, but still a pretty decent run. And as I say, I would be looking at taking profits here. We have rejected this area in the past. Maybe a final push up to sort of 130 region, but I really can't see it going much higher than that personally. So definitely worth considering take some profits here, maybe saving some to see if we really do push on higher to about 130 to 135. But yeah, definitely be wary of things turning at any point. If we go and take a look at BTC pairing, now this is huge. If we go to the monthly, as you can see, literally back at all-time highs more or less. I mean, we've got this spike up here to about 6,600 sats, but you can see this area is a previous area of pretty tough resistance. This is where we topped out in sort of the second wind back in December 21 and January this year. So yeah, definitely look at taking profits here. If the MATIC BTC pairing falls off a cliff, then it will drag the USD pair with it as well. So definitely worth taking some profit, either whether it's in USD or BTC. Would definitely consider that. If we go to the weekly, again, pretty much the same picture as we've seen. So again, this is where we topped out back in May 21 as well. Look at that, 3 weekly candle wicks in around this area. Huge drop. In fact, let's take a look at that. Let's take it from the top of this supply area. Look at that, 60% drop. Pretty brutal. And then the exact same thing happened again end of last year, beginning of this year. If we take that, it dropped about 70%. So would not be surprised to see something similar happen again. could be, you know, a bit of a triple top, whatever. But as I say, clear previous area of resistance, so do be cautious. And as I say, you can't go broke by taking profits. So always consider doing that, particularly in these brutal bear market rallies. So secondly, BNB, another pair that's doing really well. Not so much in the USD pair. However, when we get onto the BTC pair, you'll see really nice bounce from BNB from our monthly support area that we marked out back in, oh goodness me, when was it? I think it would have been back in the summer, back in sort of May, June time. As you can see, come in, tagged it, bounced out of it. Could take a profits there back in August, which rejected, and now we've come back up again. So if you didn't take profits there, or if you've re-entered, again, I would be looking at taking some profits potentially. Clear area of previous support and resistance. And just like I said with BTC and MATIC, these monthly candles can look good for the first week or two, and then they can turn quite quickly. So we are in this resistance area, so just be cautious. If we do push through, you never know, we could see a move potentially up to this next level, which just at the top of these candle wicks here. So as you see, if you look left, candle body closes here in August and September 21, and then these candle wicks from February, March and April of this year. So if we were to push up again, probably up to about 430, 460. But yeah, again, wouldn't be a bad idea to take some profits here. If we go to the weekly time frame, we've overridden a weekly level. Let's get rid of that. Happy days. And that's why you do your monthly levels before you do your weekly levels. As you can see, we're pushing up. There's a bit of resistance here on the weekly time frame, as you can see at the bottom of all these wicks and candle bodies. I'm not marking it on the chart just because it's a little bit closer to the monthly, makes it look a bit messy, but you can clearly see if I put my mouse on there and you can look at the crosshairs, about $360. That is a pretty obvious previous support which could have flipped to resistance here, so be very cautious between here and $360. Moving on to the BTC pair then, go to the monthly, and it is absolutely flying. As you can see, blue sky breakout, not stopping. So BNB, it's in the first time BNB also did this back in 2018. As you can see, December 18 to March 2019 went on an absolute run, but look what happened, it come back down again. So what's that for a decline? Like 60%. So you know, if things did stop here, a 60% decline, you could be looking at coming all the way back down to this monthly support level at 7,500 sats. You never know, and this is why you take profits. A classic example of this, if you've been keeping up with the news, Meta or Facebook, you will see that it's actually gone below the price it was 7 years ago. So if you bought and hold Facebook or Meta stock 7 years ago, you'd actually be in a loss right now. So just goes to show that nothing is there to be held forever. Take profits when you're trading and investing, especially in crypto, because it's hugely volatile, as you should know by now anyway. But yeah, absolutely flying. I would take some off the table because, as I say, we've broken new all-time highs. You never know when things are going to turn around. So, and as I say, as I said with MATIC, if the BTC pair turns around, then it'll drag the USD price with it as well. And as I say, we are in a bear market rally, so take those profits, ladies and gents. But yeah, that's it for me. Nice quick one. They're the two that I wanted to highlight because they will be getting a lot of eyeballs at the moment. And what we're concerned about over here at Learning Crypto is people getting suckered into bad decisions. So I'm sure there will be lots of videos on social media at the moment, particularly with MATIC sort of saying, oh, $5 MATIC incoming, $10 MATIC incoming. The likelihood is that it's probably going to turn around fairly soon. And it may even hit new lows in the next month or two. So just be very cautious. Don't be buying in here. If you are in profits, take them whilst you can, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. So hope you've enjoyed it, guys. If you've got any requests for TA, drop them in the comments below. Have a good weekend, and we'll catch you next week.